Hello, everyone. Phoenixtremayne here. I am going to be talking about why Rory had to go. Marcus Blake Cruz, the actor to play Rory, why he had to go. And first, if you haven't done so, please take a minute to subscribe, hit that like button, and even if you can, join our membership where you get early access to videos, exclusive videos, and so much more. Now that I'm feeling better, I'm making more videos as like what you're watching now. Have a lot of videos planned coming out. They always go to the membership first, or we always talk about it in membership first. So be in the know, and I'll see you hopefully in the membership side. But now we're going to go ahead and talk about Mr. Michael Blake Cruz, who about 6 months ago was trending. And it was because of racist and homophobic tweets. So I know you guys out there don't follow every actor, don't see every scandal, but I was going to report on it just as I've reported on other actors that have, been revealed to have problematic behavior outside of the soap sphere. But I could not then nor now, find those tweets. People were talking about them, they were trending, but nobody was putting them up. And if they were being taken down immediate. They were cleaning, the Twitter and everything else and sphere to hide whatever he has said. Now, those tweets, which he did apologize for, so that, clearly him apologizing for these racist and homophobic tweets meant that they were real. And so he came online and he even tried to get Tabiana, who plays Trina, to vouch for him that he's not that same person he was back then. So one of his, because I remember there was at least two of them, and people were upset that he was putting Tabiana in the middle, trying to get her to say he's not racist. And there was no reply from her that I've seen, saying anything in any way. Because honestly, if I was her manager and also the show, would have been like, look, we ain't add no fuel to this fire, so you just be quiet. That really was the best way to go. So I'm not going to blame her for not coming to his defense. But he said, I hear you. Tabian is far wiser, more put together than I ever was at her age. I was a mess in many ways. I hope she can attest for the person I am today and how it's been working together. So, and there was some other apologies out there too, where he talked about he's a family man, he's, strong religious beliefs, all that kind of stuff. And I think that was sort of him, the racist tweet. Now, I mean, homophobic tweets, that was probably him trying to explain why he said what he said. Now, like I said, even today, I was looking for the tweets that he's apologizing for. Can't find them. And there's certain things that, people say, once it's online, it's forever. But sometimes it's not true if you've got a good, uh, cyber cleaners that can take down all these different posts. Because I've seen people responding about his problematic tweets, but then it'll say, tweet deleted of what they were retweeting. So, yeah, so I don't know exactly what he said. I just know that he apologized for it. And some of you would even forgive him for the simple fact that these homophobic and racist tweets were 10 years ago. So it was when he was 22 and he's actually 32. So, I know he looks young, but he's actually 32. So he's definitely older than Tabiana. And when we go back and think about 6 months ago, because I've had my eye on this story for a long time to see how it would go, because fans were still, even after it was trending on Twitter, reminding folks that he was saying problematic things online. And I even saw today while researching, uh, trying to find the tweets, see, because they always come back up eventually. Somebody's eventually gonna re-upload it. Um, but now that he's fired, it's less likely. But his next project, whatever he does, it probably come up again. But I heard someone was talking about he was talking about things in regards to critical race theory. And that was like, I think they said 2020. So, so, and they mentioned other things, I guess he was liking or whatever that were problematic recently within a year. So, these actors are 100% entitled to their beliefs, but fans also 100% aren't in any way, shape, or form have to support them. If you're a racist, if you're homophobic, if you're transphobic, if you're just problematic, if you're, freaking crazy, against women or whatever it is, womanize, whatever, you know, you can say and be the person you want to be, but you have to also remember people are going to react the way they're going to react. The way General Hospital reacted was giving him less scenes. His relationship with Trina was mostly off camera, and we would go weeks without seeing Rory. And if you didn't know about the racist tweets, you were just like, what's going on? Yeah, it's the people at General Hospital trying to figure out what they want to do now that he's problematic, just like Ingo Rodenbacher. You know, they kept him around until they realized they're like, look, it's just too problematic. He's not backing down. He's not, being quiet. He's just adding fuel to the fire. This is now affecting the show, possibly affecting ratings. You got fans fighting over problematic actors. And honestly, this also could be why sometimes Nancy Lee Gron, who plays Alexis, gets less screen time sometimes because she has said crazy things about Viola Davis and you know right right I'm sorry, left wing conservative views that upset you know right wing or conservative viewers. And sometimes Lexus, you don't see a whole lot of her. Sometimes she's even been reprimanded and like giving time off. I think when she took um the Viola Davis statement, I think she was forced to take either 2 weeks or a month off, something like that. So you can research it. That's out there. But yeah, and then you've got a strong fan base wanting Trina and Spencer together, and you've got Rory with hardly any screen time. So he just kind of got phased out, which is why I really thought he was either the hook killer or associated with the hook killer, who we still are. Our current theory is this ADA, that maybe he been helping her out. But if you look at that scene where he gets murdered, why was he at that apartment? We saw him go in, we saw the door slam. We don't know what happened. If he shot the guy who was on the ground, then and a hook came up behind him and hooked him or whatever. His character could still be involved in the hook situation. We just don't know yet the full story. And I guess when they do a flashback showing what happened in an apartment, it'll probably be the reveal of who the hook killer is and how Rory was connected to it. But the hook killer didn't kill Rory. The hook didn't that he got stabbed with didn't do it. The guy from behind the door didn't do it. Twitter did it. Rory kicked the bucket because of Twitter comments. And so I mean, technically they could have recast, but um, instead they decided to just get rid of the whole character. For a lot of people, he just didn't really fit into the show. And so this brings me to his exit statement, where Michael Blake Cruz was very shady to General Hospital. I'm going to go ahead and read it to you. Many thanks to everyone who has sent me supportive messages in light of Rory Cabrera's leaving the General Hospital canvas. I enjoyed playing the character and valued his essence. Here we go. Yes, he was unsophisticated and naive, but at least he was genuine. In particular, with Trina, he was always sincere and had her best interests at heart. That has to count for something to the Sabrina fans. Um, Now here's the shady part. Rory was a mediocre cop at best, but Port Charles isn't the easiest town to police. He was also equipped with a holster from the 70s. He had no radio and he had no bulletproof vest. That is shady as F. Above all, he's like the show is so outdated with their props and in the whole scenario. Yeah, that was a low blow. But I'm not saying that he was wrong, but he could have went out a little bit better than that. Above all, I had the pleasure of working with some incredible people and have a newfound respect for everyone involved in daytime TV. It is easy to critique, but not easy to create. All of my love and appreciation to the fans who were supportive along the way. So he said his goodbye. He did a little shade in the process, and now he's gone. So let me know in the comment section, knowing, because I don't know if you knew about the problematic tweets or not, that he did apologize for. Most of them were 10 years ago. He did have some controversial things he was liking and supporting. But what did you think about Michael Blake Cruz's tenure as Rory? Do you wish they recasted him? Or do you wish that they gave him another chance? Or are you glad he's gone? Do you think he did nothing for the show whatsoever? Except for a couple of pool scenes. So that's it. Let me know what you think about Michael Blake Cruz' time on General Hospital, and I'll see you in the next video.